Hey there, fourth graders. Listen, we're actually going to start chapter 13 on page 715. 715 in your workbooks. And this chapter is about algebra, more specifically perimeter and area. Perimeter is the distance measured on the outside around an object. Area is all of the inside. Now, perimeter is measured by whatever units are provided, inches, feet, centimeters, whatever. Area, however, though, is indicated as square. In other words, if that was the area of that box right there, it would be square. If it was in inches, it would be square inches, or you could indicate it by writing inches and put a little 2 above it. That exponent indicates that it's square, or you can just write square inches. But anyhow, those are the two primary concepts in this lesson. On page 715 and 716 is some review. Go ahead and fill out those 2 pages there. See how much of this you remember. What I want to go over with you today is the vocabulary. Because as in any of these math lessons, if you don't have a good handle on what the vocabulary means, then you're going to get stumped throughout the unit as we do the problems. Now, the first one in the vocabulary list is area. An area is the measure of the number of unit squares that cover a surface. Base. Whenever you have a shape, for example, we have this triangle, the base is what it sits on. Now it can be a triangle, it can be any two-dimensional figure that you can draw. The bottom of it is the base. Your next vocabulary word is centimeter. When we talked about centimeters, it's a metric form of measurement. Here we have a ruler, and you see inches on top. And on the other side of this ruler are metric measurements for centimeter. Formula. Formula is an expression that we use through symbols to express a mathematical rule. Now, an example of a formula would be like the formula for area. Area equals base times height. That's a formula. And it tells you how to find the area. Height is obviously the distance from the base to the top of the object. It's a measure of a perpendicular from the base to the top. Meter. It's another metric form of measurement. It's used for measuring length. Meter is kind of like a yard. Perimeter is the distance around the outside of a two-dimensional object. And a square unit is how we define what fills up the unit squares inside that object. So that's the vocabulary. We'll be using that throughout